Goni Maseva. Distrena TV na son. Wono se Goni Maseva. Distrena TV na son. Distrena TV no again. Eke mele si woka. Distrena TV no again. Eke mele ye woka. We Doro people, thank you. Our better people, thank you. One not since I got in my country, this Distrena TV again. Ari Kaba, you go queen, thank you. For Jala, thank you. One of you go mess no team. One of you go tape team. One of you go combat team. One of you go boy team. One of you go secretary. It's awesome. Distrena TV no again. Ekebe wona yeka. Distrena TV no again. Ekebe wona yoga. Distrena TV la son. Distrena TV la son. Wono se Goni Maseva. Distrena TV no again. Tene Koti, Aaron Kola, Monica. Thank you. MC Bawi. CEO of Distrena TV. You go quite close. Thank you. You are in America. You are in Europe. You are in China. Even in Africa. I can't take close to you. I can't take close to you. Distrena TV will show you. I read it from the Macante. Distrena TV will show you. And your news from the Macante. I read it from the Macante. Distrena TV will show. Distrena TV will show you what you never see before. Distrena TV will show you that you never heard before. Distrena TV will tell you those things you never heard before. I read it from the Macante. So. Distrena TV na son. Distrena TV na son. Mama, no people thank you for supporting Distrena TV. Our great people thank you for listening to Distrena TV. Your people thank you for your support to Distrena TV. Distrena TV. I say you need go hour on Distrena TV. Sports and entertainment from by Distrena TV. Religious matter, they are all on Distrena TV. Everything from the Macante. Distrena TV na so. You need go hour on Distrena TV. Health and education on Distrena TV. The little things that matters, they're on Distrena TV. Our program presenters, MC Bawi, Magda, Yan Flobo, Timothy Weir. What you want? Distrena TV. Bishop baby, you are on Distrena TV. Stable Radio. Ambassador Tolo, Biafra, Ameremo. Distrena TV that's all. Go quite close. You support Distrena TV. You need go. You support Distrena TV. Professor Josie Kweklo, you support Distrena TV. Thank you, Koran. Thank you for Distrena TV. Oh yeah. Destruena divina son. Leva sonel. Destruena divina son. Wana fia konyo kaitima. Wana fia ko se Nicole. Wana fia ko se Trippier. Wana fia ko compatima. Wana fia ko tape Fatima. Destruena divina son. Wana fia ko lima cante. Destruena divina son. Lela son. Destruena divina son. Destruena divina son. Destruena divina son. Destruena TV the best. Destruena TV the first. One of your goni maseva. Destruena divina son. One of your goni maseva. Destruena divina son. Destruena divina again. Eke melesi woka.
Okay, so what a beautiful way to say welcome to you all to Nimba D9 TV. This is owned and operated by the One Nimba House Media Incorporated. Our man Uriah Guad Jr. is there at control. Let me cross check with him to see whether he is okay. Uriah, good evening. You have to unmute yourself, Uriah. Please unmute yourself, Uriah. You are muted. Just unmute yourself. There is, you have to unmute yourself. So just unmute yourself, Uriah. But we pretty much sure that we are now on Radio Seclipier in Nimba County. And we love to say good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Wherever you join us from, this is Nimba D9 TV. And it's owned and operated by the One Nimba House Media Incorporated. We are tonight live here, and we are live on YouTube as well on Nimba D9 TV. We are equally live on Nimba D9 TV on Facebook, live on Nimba D9 TV on Twitter, and live on Nimba D9 TV on www.onenimbahouse.com. I guess at the moment we are live on Radio Seclipier in Nimba County. So good afternoon, good evening, good night to all of you who have joined us by way of Nimba D9 TV and Radio Seclipier. We love to say welcome and come and share the live with somebody in your reach. Tonight we will be discussing with you together. We all will be discussing what can we do to minimize drugs abuse in our communities? The issue of drug is getting to become, the abuse of drug is getting to become something else in this nation. And if we are not extremely careful, it's going to wipe away this generation. So which is why we are here tonight and asking all of you to tune in, because this is a sensitive topic. This is something that we all have to chip in. This is something that we have to together do the best that we can to collectively battle it, or else this generation is going to well away so fast. So my name is Ambassador Edmond Walakewongbawi. We are doing everything to get Uriah Guad Jr. on the line from Seclipier. Let me cross check and see whether Uriah, can you hear us?
Yes, you are live this evening on Radio Seclipier.
Okay, good evening, Uriah. And how is Seclipier, by the way?
Seclipier is great, and today the weather condition was somehow bad, but what BA Seclipier is always great as usual.
Okay, good. So we are upgrading our system, and indeed, today you now see for the first time Uriah Guad Jr. live from Radio Seclipier in Nimba County, and Ambassador Edmond Walakewongbawi live from Nimba Dina TV main studios in Monrovia, Liberia. We are actually outside of Monrovia. We are in Pinsville this evening. But we'd love to say good evening to all of you who have joined us by way of the television. If you want to see the beauty of technology tonight, all you need to do is to go live on Nimba D9 TV on your Facebook, and then you're going to see for the first time Uriah Goa Jr. and Ambassador Edmond Olakemon Bawi live from here. So, good evening. Our topic is a open mic discussion tonight. We will be interacting with the public. We will want together for us to have a safer conversation, because the radio is a powerful tool, and many people find console in listening to the radio for information, and information that they can get, involved with to get in taking decision. So the radio is not a place of maybe saying things that are not pleasant to the hearings of people, because sometimes children are listening to the radio and learn too. But Uriah, it's a great way for you to be here. And how do you feel for the first time for you to be live on your own television?
It's actually very, very exciting this evening to see our platform this way and to see ourselves live in the central studio of Nimba D9 TV, while we are coming also live from this central part of Nimba. So it's actually a pleasure being here this evening.
Okay, so we will take some issues, some current event, if one would say. As you may be aware, the top talking U.S. Ambassador Marcus McCarthy, his tenure in Liberia has ended. He has been recalled to go back to the States. He has been replaced. But this is why he said, Michael McCarthy said he expresses disappointment over the government failure to investigate sanction officials. All right. And we're giving credit to Front Page Africa on this story. So Michael McCarthy, who is leaving, who is the U.S. ambassador, he said he is extremely disappointed over the failure of the Liberia government, in investigating sanctioned government officials. One of them is Senator Prince Yomi Johnson. He was been sanctioned by the U.S. government, and which had him to not, take his seat as the chair on defense at the House of Elders. And one is Nathaniel McGill, and the other is Bill Tuaway and Sima Serena C4, and they all resigned from the government except for Senator Johnson, who was elected by the people of Nimba. And but the U.S. ambassador is saying he is not happy about that people will not be able, the government of Liberia will not be able to investigate sanction, officials of government. This is something that he is not happy about as an American diplomat who was, all here. And then we have this one as well. The NTA, the National Transit Authority buses have been granted, over poor management. That is really, really sad. But does the NTA come in Cyclopia often?
The NTA normally comes in Cyclopia, but I don't know what's going on this few days. We are not actually seeing it.
Wow, that is actually troubling, and that is troubling. But those are issues that are coming, from our stream, and we give credit to Front Page Africa as well. So we'll keep throwing that here. But Uriah, on July 7, we Nimbayans, woke up to the news of 4 persons who died in a fire disaster in Gompa City. We love to say our deepest condolences to the families who lost their lives in that very horrific, very sad situation. But you've been following that news. How the family of the deceased, from Ganta, how are they coping I understand the government of Liberia made some intervention. Do you have any update on that, for example?
Yeah, it was actually very much exciting from Gompa and our colleague Medish Board reported, but information reaching us that the family are still seeking assistance from the public. They are still seeking assistance from the public because just imagine losing 4 person isn't an easy thing. Losing four
Hmm.
person isn't an easy thing. So the family information reaching us saying that the family are still seeking help from the general public.
Well, so as you say, a chill comes on my skin. So we love to welcome Patrick Davis, who is watching us from Ghana's Bay, our town hall area. So we love you to share the hit the share button, share with your messenger on in your messenger groups on your WhatsApp pages, because what we're about to discuss tonight is extremely, good for our community, because together we have to fight the issue of drug abuse. But before we go through, let me take this music real quick, and then we will start the broadcast here tonight. Let me take this music.
Message to the youth of today. Message to the youth of today. This is my message to all the youth around the world. This is my message to all the youth around the world. Stay away from cocaine, while sniffing glue. Stay away from Kushema, you're going to lose your brain. This is my message to the youth of today. I say message to the youth of today. This is my message to all the youth around the world. Stay away from drugs, yeah man, no good for you. This is my message to the youth of today. Message to the youth of today. Message.
That music down. That is a message for our youth for today. So just in case you're tuning in, you might be in district number 9, Nimba County. We love to say good evening to the people of Blinlow. Good evening to the people of Widoro. Good evening to the people of Zena Mesnondo. Good evening to my beautiful mother, Mother Ari S.M. Bawi there in Zikepat, Nimba County. And all of our fans and followers, wherever you join us from, we love to say good evening. Tonight is an amazing night. And this night, I would love to delegate this broadcast to the station manager of Saclipia, Radio Saclipia, Mr. Robert Matali. When we were starting this all important platform in 2018, 2019, it was a difficult one, but Mr. Robert Matali was the one who encouraged us. And to all of our funding members, all of our fans and followers, from day one, we were at one viewer, and today we are at 8,000 viewers around the world. I like to say good evening to all of you, but tonight broadcast is dedicated to Mr. Robert Matali. So good evening to the people at district number 6. You might be in Tapatan, you might be in Gray, like Gineton, who is following us from Gray in Nimba County. You might be in maybe New Tapatan or Tuweta, somewhere where you're watching us or listening to us by radio Saclipia. We'd love to say good evening to all of you. My name is Ambassador Edmond Walakewongbawi, and tonight we are with Uriah Gua Jr., a son of Nimba County. He is on the screen for the first time. Very excited, very brilliant young man coming up into this game. But, be as it may, good evening to Larry Yonkwe and his people. You might be in the Main era, in the Zan era, whatever you tune in. We'd love to say good evening to all of you. Good evening to Representative Roger Duma. Saclipia is locked down tonight with he and his entire citizens. Love to say good evening to all of you there. Good evening to Gwampu Kagon and his people of our Wayplay, District number 4. Good evening to Samuel Koga. You might be in Mutu or somewhere else. Good evening to pharmacist Joseph Nyasawabi, and his citizens there in district number 3. Good evening to Representative Prince Tupa from Seneca Leman district. And good evening to Samuel Brown, district number 1. You might be in Benga, somewhere in Ganta, the ever living city is called Bumpa. But we are here tonight. My name is Ambassador Edmond Wolakewongbawi. Uriah Gua is for the first time in studio from Radio Secular PA. We will have a conversation with you. But before we start that, we would love to read quickly this article that talks about drug abuse. What can we do? What we as citizens can do? The issue of drug is taking over, and look, our youth, they are getting totally destroyed. It seems to be that there's no hope again. You see the kids gathering, they are doing the drug in several different ways. At first, you will see them wearing socks. You will see them sacking almost the trousers on their body. Sometimes you see them standing and sleeping with their heads. The issue of drug is something that we must take seriously. But the reason why we are bringing it to you is that drug enforcement officers are doing their best, and we give it out to them. The government will be trying, but you and me, we are the government. You and me, we are hosting and transporting those who are doing this illicit drug issue that damaging our youth. We know them. We know them. We know their heart out. We know their source of getting these bad substances. They go and buy, medicine, the tramadol, that is supposed to be prescribed by a physician for certain reasons. And they just take them. Several other things. I understand baby pen paw. They will take it and even make it out of, they will take ceiling tire, they will take bone, human being bone, and all kinds of things. When they come from there, they will come to your house in the night while you are in bed, cut your window, steal your phone, sometimes kill you, chop you off from the motorbike for those motorcyclists who are also transporting these people. So this is something that we don't have to take it lightly. This is something that we all, every citizen, meaning our mothers, should launch a vigorous attack on these guys in the various communities. We want to see our mothers burning down the ghettos. Let the drug dealers take you to the police station, for example, because your children that you bought and you took care of for 9 years, 9 months in your stomach. Some of you went 10 months. Some of you got mark on your stomach because of those kids that are today in the street. When you go to Ganta, right behind the Total gas station, that is sad. Every community have these drug users. We know them. We know them. Uriah, it is over to you to tell us a little bit more your experience. What can we do before we open up the lands for our citizens tonight? My name is Ambassador Edmond Wolakewongbawi. This is Nimba D9 TV. This is what we do. And these are just test broadcasts for what we're going to be doing during the elections. During the election, Nimba D9 TV will cover Nimba County, the No Balados, and Liberia. All right. So you will have the opportunity to just buy your data and just relax. Whatever is happening currently, you will see it as you see it here, and you will hear it on the radio, on Radio Voice of Yahweh. But let me go to Uriah in Studio B there in Secular P, Nimba County, to tell us his own experience. And I believe he had some of his friends who all of them were going to school and all of that. And today, they're just going down the drain. Uriah, it's over to you.
All right. Once again, I want to say a pleasant welcome to all of you in Media Land. via the radio and that of the TV, we want to say welcome to all of you. Just is one of the things that is not good. When our fellow friends around are taking it, they actually not behave normal. They actually it seems that they actually lost their senses because their way of behaving actually it changed from their previous way of behaving, their number way of behaving. So when they actually take in that stuff, they no longer have that feeling that human have, but rather they behave any way they feel like. And that is very wrong as a young person, as a determined young person. That is very wrong on our part. We don't need to be involved in such habit, especially in encyclopedia nowadays. Most of the young fellow are involved in the just activities. You
Wow,
see
this
them,
is sad.
they don't behave normally again like before, where you used to see cyclip, you used to leave on the radio. Let's say for example, I used to leave on the radio station at 11, 12, and go home, but it can happen nowadays in cyclip due to those behaviors, those just take up. And when they take it in the night on the road, you will see some of them hijacking children on the road for their phones and so forth. So it's very, 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 very disheartening that we actually are appealing to our fellow young fellow to stop this attitude. It's not actually good. It actually made them lost their senses.
Wow, this is sad. So just in case you join us, this is Nimba D9 TV. I'm in Studio A in Mosorado County, Pinsville to be precise, tonight in our main studios. And this is the program called The Truth of the Matter. And today, our topic of discussion, which is an open mic discussion, meaning we are about to interact with you, the public, you who are listening to us by way of Radio Cyclopedia 101.5 FM, or you who are watching us on Nimba D9 TV, like our friend and brother Lawrence Structor, who is following us from Abidjan, and others who are following us from around the world. It is your time that we open up the lines for us to interact. What we are discussing tonight is what can we do to minimize, because we cannot eradicate it. This is going to take a long time. This is going to take a real process to minimize or to eradicate the issue of drug. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. Just see this video on the stream before we open up the lines. This video makes me cry every day whenever I watch it. Just see what happening to this boy.
Message to the youth of today. Message to the youth of today. This is my message to all the youth around the world. This is my message to all the youth around the world. Stay away from cocaine, why sniffing glue? Stay away from Kush, man. You're going to lose your brain. This is my message to the youth of today. I say message to the youth of today. This is my message to all the youth around the world. Stay away from drugs, yeah man. No good for you. This is my message to the youth of.
Uriah, just imagine that boy took the cooch. See how he's knocking himself down. Somebody's child. The other one just standing on the wall and he just fell down. Is this the Liberia that we envision? Is this what Johnny Walker wants to see? The late Jackson F. Doe. Blozoto, what are we doing to ourselves? The war came and destroyed our nation. Over 250,000 people. The war exposed people to drug. Not the marijuana either. Before then, before you even see people smoking marijuana, it was extremely hard. I never saw that when I was in Zikepa until during the war, when it was being introduced for people to learn how to destroy their fellow human being. When they take it, they become brave and they will kill human being. Today, fellow Liberians, after the war, after Ebola, after COVID-19 that we stay struggling with, the next thing is now kuch. The next thing is drug, proliferation of drug. Every community has a hard out. They place it in food, they place it in tea, they place it in water, they place it in soft drink. The kids it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is sad. This is something that we all must stand against. Do we know them? Those who are bringing the drug, do we know them? Yes, we know them. They are not living different eras. We give them names. Like yesterday, I went downtown Monrovia,
Yeah.
and there was a boy, I think 12 years old. So he was running, and not only it was a calculated plan, he was running, and more often when I see kids like that, people running behind them, maybe like a row and other, it clean my attention, and I had to stop. But then he started asking for one of his friends, 12 years old boy, like he's like 12 years old. I'm just assuming he's not more than 12 years. He started asking, and a big guy, more than maybe 25 years old, came and said, get my money, and he gave the money. Then he started asking one of the guys, said, where is 24? And the guy called a 12 years old boy asking for his co-mate 24. And when you could see that boy, I'm like, Lord, just have mercy. Tonight, it is our time to interact and hear from you, fellow citizens, who are under the sign of our voices tonight. This may not be the only time for you to have heard about drug issue. The city mayor of Seclepierre may be combating this with the drug enforcement officers, but it is you who know it better. Each of us know their hard outs. Can we take citizen action? We got the right, the same way that politicians are now running after us for our votes. We equally so have our citizens' right to arrest a situation that is going to endanger all of us. Tonight, we love to say good evening to all of you. If you are just tuned in, this is Nimba D9 TV. This medium is owned and operated by the One Nimba House Media Incorporated. And we are tonight live on Nimba D9 TV on Facebook, live on Nimba D9 TV on YouTube, live on Nimba D9 TV on Twitter, live on Nimba D9 TV on www.onenimbahouse.com. And we're live on Nimba D9 TV on Radio Seclepierre 101.1 FM, located in Seclepierre, Nimba County. The lines are open. Uriah, you can open up the lines. There's a caller here already. So let's take this call here. Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
Okay, you will need to talk a little louder that we can hear you.
Good evening.
Okay, yes, go ahead. Okay, and your name is who?
My name is
You calling us from Senecolé?
Yeah, Senecolé, the capital of Nimba.
Okay, let me ask Uriah. Uriah, can you hear me?
Live and clear.
Okay, yes, so can you go ahead, please?
Yeah, so if I'm correct, the question is what can we do to control drugs in our communities, right?
Correct. 30 seconds for you. Yeah.
Good. First of all, it requires doing patriotic activism. All of us must be everyone is going to work towards minimizing the drugs, because we all know that drugs itself is hampering our society. Drugs itself is killing our young generation. So once we have that mindset, everyone will be responsible to curtail it. That is, wherever I see it as citizens, I'm going to go along on it. And wherever I call security, the necessary will be able to come to my aid and then fight against the drugs. It is every one of us involvement. So in order to curtail drugs, everyone should be, first of all, patriotic to our country.
That's good. Thank you so much. And you say your name again?
My name is Mawan Chimao. I talk to you from Sunny College.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mr. Mawan G. Mawan for Sunny College, Nimba County. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you can do the same. And Uriah, you can open up the lines there. And the question tonight is, what can we do as citizens? What can we do to minimize the issue of drugs abuse that is destroying our youthful population? What can we do? Yeah.
All
So
right.
let me take.
777.
Yeah, let me take this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
The first female is here. Your name and where have you joined us from?
Yes, my name is Cynthia Panton. I'm calling from ELW Rahia community.
Oh, the young journalist. Would love to say welcome, Cynthia. And we are discussing the issue of drug tonight, Cynthia. What is your thought process about it? What can we do to minimize the issue of drug abuse in our communities?
Well, first of all, I just want to say a very big thank you to you, God, for finding a means to bring all the important information to us. First of all, my thing concerning this discussion tonight is that I would like for us or the government to take contact by opening our rehabilitation center for our brothers and sisters who are out there. And even our community today, as a young leader or young senior coming up, we can take the touch by sending all our mobilization teams. Because for us, many of those communities, there are a whole lot of ghettos within those communities. So you can take the task even by yourself. At times you go into the ghetto to talk to some of your crowns, encourage them how best they can leave these drugs. Telling them some of the effects that will happen to them in the future tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Cynthia, for joining us from Montserrat County, ELW. Good night to you and your family. Thank you for joining us. So the first female. So you can open up the lines from your end, Uriah, as well. And let's take some calls from Radio Sector P.
So that's it. 07777 is the number to put it to 07777 just in case you are tuning in. We want to say a warm welcome, and the questions we are discussing tonight is what can we do to minimize drug abuse in our community? 07777 is the number to put it to. Call and be a part of tonight's edition of the program Truth of the Matter here this evening on Radio Saklipi and that for Nimba D9 TV. So just in case you're in Radio Land and you want to follow all of the live happenings, you can just follow Nimba D9 TV and you're going to monitor us here live in Central Studio.
Okay, good. So we love to say good evening. Let's take some comments that are coming on the screen. We have Lawrence Instructor and Jerry Dan and many others are watching us from around the world. And we have Patrick Davids. He said, I'm following you from Ghana's Town Hall Community. Thanks for the presentation. I will always be a follower. Thank you. We have Solomon Moses. He says he's watching us from Grand Bassa County. Good evening to you in Grand Bassa, brother. We have Gwen Canon Lawrence to play. He said, I'm following you from my FE resident encyclopedia. That is our prolific sports commentator Lawrence Gonkalon to play. Thank you. We have Laura Pinky B. Kipo. She said, great work, team. We love to say thanks to you all. Stanley Yonkwe. He said, I'm Stanley Yonkwe watching you from Pinzio, Moserado County. Thanks so much for the show. We also appreciate and kind of share as well. We have our regional coordinator, Melish Bo. Melish Bo is watching us. We don't know from where, but he should be in Gompa, Nimba County. We have Lawrence, instructor. He said, good evening, dear family of Nimba Dina TV. He said he's watching us live from Abidjan City this evening. So we have Darlington Kelly is watching. Jesse Bien is watching. Ebenezer Bwaka Kamara is watching. So many others are watching tonight. So that is it.
We have a first caller on the line from this end. Let's move to the phone line and talk to this caller. Good evening, caller. Your name and where you call from?
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
My name is Maja Deva. I'm calling from Bowman Kuida.
Yeah, thanks so kindly. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the show tonight. And my brother, the just data you were talking about tonight, and you people are the hardest working for the just business. And let me tell you something. This country is going contrary for the just business. And we don't know really what we will do for the just business. And you understand? The government within the country, if you look at our young brother that within the country, and now look at, get on the street, you can see the just business is going contrary. We don't even know what's going on. You understand? We don't even know what's going on. So we don't even know what to do.
So what can you do? For example, yes.
Yes.
So that's my view.
So what do you
know what's going on?
Are you there?
Yes.
What do you think we can do or to reduce the just abuse in our communities?
Excepting we can the particular government that we live in, that we honor today, or that we moving on. Excepting the government can move totally, because they the one they are making the just business going on contract, because you can say you are government or you are controlling the then you look at our youth that sort of to replace us tomorrow, and today you can see them on the party all around.
All
and
right.
some of them they are going on contrary.
All right. Thank you so much. And let's talk to the next caller. Hello, caller. Your name, where you call from?
Hello.
Good evening. Your name, where you call from?
Yeah, good evening. My own is Walter F. calling from a resident in Zangazana.
Yeah, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me add my voice to the discussion tonight about the just issue. The just issue is good, but I deal with the community issue to join the government and see how best we can carry the implementation. Because, for example, I hear from Zangazana, if someone bring trust in Zangazana, that well, as you tell that person and tell it to the authority, then the issue will be handled. Because number one, if he decides to know and keep one testing it to the authority don't know about it, you take it, you see people, other people will start to join and start doing what they can to do. But the issue is not raised on the government alone. They all keep us on one another. The way it happened to the Ebola during that time, during getting the time, we inform the authorities say, and that will be okay. But the issue about us is all about implementation. It's not about the law is there. So I just want to say thanks to the Ghana who are the issue about the trust building.
All right.
They all take it to be our day. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to the next caller. Hello, caller. Name, where you call from? Oh my God, we lost this caller. Oh, that's it. That's it. 0777 777 997 is the number to put it to. 0777 777 997. If you are watching on the Facebook page, we have the number printed on the screen. You can just put your call through. Let's talk to this caller. Hello, caller. Your name, where you call from?
Good evening, Pauline Nate Bari is my name. I'm calling from Peace Community.
Pauline, welcome. Let's hear you.
Many thanks to the studio guest tonight about the drug issue. The drug issue has become a very serious thing in Liberia now as we speak. Most of the young guys, boys and girls, are using their brain as we talk now. A few months ago, they arrested something targeting our president. The next day, we saw both of them in Saclety. So they just collaborate, LDA, that of the government, community welfare, parents, guidance, government officials, and that of the press. We need to cooperate and have awareness because government needs to go whenever government.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Government needs to go. And that's it. That was the voice of
We
Pauline
lost
Marie.
but let's take some comments coming here.
Yeah.
Ebenezer Bwaka Kamara said, "Good evening. I'm watching from Von Jama Lofa County. That is how far this network is going because of Nimba D9 TV. We love to say thank you." Ezekiel Dolobe says, "Good evening, Nimba D9 TV. I'm following from Banasville, Keba." Yes, let's go over to you if we have a call.
Yeah. Let's talk to this caller. Hello, caller. Anyway, where you do join us from?
Yes, it's me, Pauline, yes, okay?
Yeah, Pauline,
Like I
welcome
was
back.
saying, so the LDEA, and all of the government official parents, darlings, who need to cooperate and do awareness, including the press, because government has to go when government says yes, and at your court, you see, George, you're carrying them for 6 to 3 months, then that will be okay for us. That's the only time they just reduce in Liberia.
All right.
So that's my
Okay, so let me
All right.
let me take another caller from here. Good evening, caller. Yes, your name and where have you joined us from?
Yeah, my name is G. Lawrence Tuplay, and calling from SU Residence.
Mr. Tuplay, thank you so much for joining this broadcast. Of course, you are our lead sports commentator. The topic is, what can we do to help minimize the issue of drug abuse? Lawrence, are you there? Lawrence? Lawrence?
It's a crazy organization with no staff. However, I'm so sorry for our country to see young people being involved with the issue of drugs. So the only thing is, all of us need to work collectively. The government needs to put more effort. The citizens themselves need to identify those areas. But the sad part of it, when those who are caught in the act, we see the children of action, we see them back in the community and roaming around, and the government are doing nothing with the community authorities. They are not doing anything to work up. So they will keep increasing the rate of drugs in our country because once you don't have a strict measures to curtail the importation of drugs and the taking of drugs, to create problem for the country. So I think all of us need to work collectively, especially from the angle of the government. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That is the voice of Lawrence Tuplay there. And the new drug law has just been passed, and it was being co-chaired by or co-sponsored, let me say co-sponsored by Representative Johnson N. Gweklo of District Number 9. And in that new drug law, I believe there is going to be more penalty given to those who are selling the drugs, Uriah. I think because those who
Yeah.
bring in the drug, are people that need to bear the highest weight of what is unfolding. But do you have a caller
Yeah.
there, Uriah?
Yeah, but before going to the phone, Lawrence Tuplay reminded me of something, like after the young guys are caught in this habit, we normally see them passing again in the community, and exactly so. Just a few times, or the DA from over in Dallas Ganta, or came and collected a huge amount of guys in Saclay, almost 20 guys, and put them in a truck, carried them in Seneca. But the next week, we saw those guys in Saclay again.
The
So these
new
are some
drug
of the
law,
problems.
the new drug law is going to be more effective. But implementation and these things require, especially the issue of drug. Now it will require all of us, from all sector, from all arm. It's not going to be now a one man thing. We we, like Waterfall Dolo said, we need to wage war, like we did with Ebola, like we fought together as a people to save the life of those people. Most of these guys, when you sometimes ask them, they are like, your friend put me in the thing, and my man, it hard now. Yeah, it's not easy, it's not easy to do that thing. I'm tired with that thing. I won't go home, my man. So go back. But two ways, the parents too, they are now afraid of them. The disgrace, the shame. So sometimes some of them too who are willing to go back, we are also encouraging our fellow citizens to accept them and work with them. You don't have to do it harshly. It's not easy. Addiction is something bad. The same way people who let woman business, you can want lead a woman business, but when you tell the other girlfriend say, "Oh, bah, they and the player now, I really want you again. I won't be serious for my wife, and things like that." Then another one, you are addicted to something. So to take that addiction away, it takes process. Of course, the government is needed, but we all need holistic approach. We all need to do it together. So if you are outside of Liberia, the numbers to call are on the screen. If you want to participate, the numbers to call are on the screen. But better still, you can call Radio Seclepia number. Can you announce the number again, Uriah?
077779977 is the number to put it through, just in case you want to be a part of this all important show here tonight. And this is the program Truth of the Matter, your 1 hour full-fledged radio programs, radio and television program that comes your way every Wednesday from 9 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. that gives some trending issues in and around Mama Liberia. So 077777997 is the number to put it to. 077779997 is the number to put you through this evening.
Okay, good. So just before we do that, let's take this drop music, see how this ball.
Message to the youth of today. Message to the youth of today. This is my message to all the youth around the world. This is my message to all the youth around the world. Stay away from cocaine, white sniffing glue. Stay away from Kushema, you're going to lose your brain. This is my message to the youth of today. I say message to the youth of today. This is my message to all the youth around the world. Stay away from drugs, yeah man, no good for you.
Raya, what comes to your mind when you see the young boy knocking himself down? When we were kids coming up, there's this thing called, you had to beat the tatty. You had to beat the tatty. The man beating the tatty. They just making the man to beat the tatty. Kush will block your brain. Kush will destroy you. All sorts of different drugs that you are taking. It's destroying you. Imagine people will go and take the dead body from the graveyard and go inside the grave and sleep. Hey, man, Uriah, go to Center Street. No, all the dead body there, nobody know where the casket go.
Wow.
Imagine, yes, imagine. We might probably have to take our microphone there for people to know how deadly this thing is become. They're born children there in the graveyard, Uriah. Where people bury human being, like to that Secretary graveyard, they remove, they break into the grave, take the casket, nobody know where the human being body can go, and all of that, and they will sleep in that graveyard. Is this the nation that we want to see? Encouraging our people. We are asking all of us. This is something that we have to collectively work on. Just in case you're joining us, the program is called The Truth of the Matter. Is like Uriah said earlier, it is a one full-fledged hour of radio and television broadcasts. It comes your way every Wednesday, Liberia time, West Africa time, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the night. And we love to say thanks to all of you. Like we said earlier on, the rebranded edition that has brought Uriah Goa on the stream, and all other people will be coming on the stream here whenever we have guests, and all of that is dedicated to Mr. Robert Matali. When we were starting this all important platform as the first Nimba County, and we remain the first, we remain the best, we remain the accurate, balanced, incredible, innovative team with our website and all of that. It was he and others who stood by us. We never had the money to pay for airtime, but Mr. Matali and the management and staff, the board of trustees of the Radio Cyclopedia, they work with us. Today, we are not paying for this airtime. We are forever grateful to him. Peace be to his arches, Mr. Sarah says Senior. He was one person in the back and said, Edmond, we love the show. Edmond Bawi, we love the show. Let us do it. And today, we are where we are today with 38,000 followers. We love to say thanks to Uriah Goa Jr. We love to say thanks to Lawrence to play patient PB and Timothy. We are Nyaflo Mojinion. All of them have gone their separate ways now to also explore the world. Our blessings are with them. But those are people, Christopher Farm, they were all here with us. We started it. And today, all of those guys are contributing immensely. This is why we wanted to see that people should not use the Facebook for a wrong reason. People should not use social media for wrong reason. Today, there is no country in the Republic of Liberia that has proliferation of online television as compared to Nimba County that has several online, television linking to the county. Yes, Masorado has proliferation of it, but it's not linking to Masorado. But you will see Nimba this, Nimba that, Cyclopedia this, Cyclopedia that. You will not see a Bento TV, for example. No. But you will see, Tapeta, Voice of Tapeta TV and Radio Cyclopedia TV, so those different things. And till today, we are still doing the best we can to bring you credible, innovative. This is the other side of us. We have left our basic schedule today, and Uriah and myself were here. Nobody paying us for what we're doing, but it is incumbent on us to be able to sensitize our community people. Because if all of us go by, who's going to be the next generation to stand up? If, for instance, everybody went by during the war, including Jerry Yangan, who's a city mayor today, we have been a city mayor today in Cyclopedia. If Talekwe Wade Johnson, who is now the administrator of the Comprehensive Health Center, if he are going to do drug and destroy his life, would Talekwe be in that position today? The list goes on and on and on. This, Nelson Kokwa, the superintendent, Roger Doma, they all grew up like what we are doing today. All right, all of us, if we were going bad, if we are going smoking, if we are going destroying ourselves, will we be here today? To be on this platform, to have a Nimba County, a branded Nimba County with so much development ongoing. But yet still, so we are telling you, the drug users, that you have a space in Nimba. You have a say in your county. Do not make yourself mad. No, you were born to be productive. Addiction that is leading you today can be what? Minimized. It can be eradicated. You can be a good person again. Even if you slept in the graveyard, even if you remove the dead body and slept in the graveyard, the moment you leave it and turn your bike on it, you're going to be new again. It's what the Bible says. It says, look, bring ye all your burden unto me. I'm going to cast it out. Just leave the dark and go. And say, look, man, I'm tired with the drug issue. I want to be free from it. There will be somebody to help you. There are a lot of Liberians. Senator Darius Dillon is helping in Masorado County. And a lot of people, you know, a lot of people they are helping, right? So we can't wait for the government. It is not the government that's smoking the drug or the kush that your mouth smoking it. Your mouth must leave it. Uriah, it's up to you to open all the lines.
We are actually running out of time now with
Okay, 2 more
just
minutes to go, right? One.
2 minutes.
Oh, two more minutes to go. So Uriah, well, it has been a wonderful time. And let's take your party comments, then we just wrap it up because we have to be leaving time here, of course.
All right, thank you again so kindly for the show tonight. It's a pleasure being on this television like this tonight. And we want to say many thanks to all of our listeners in Medialand who always following Nimba D9 TV and who always trusting us in the services we are rendering. We want to say many thanks to them. We want to say many thanks to all of our listeners in Radioland who as well always there with Radio Saclipi. We want to say many thanks to you on behalf of the entire crew. My name is Incredible Uriah Goa Jr. Goodbye from my end.
Okay, so good. So my name is Ambassador Edmund Bar. We are love to say good evening. Let us do away with just our fellow citizens. It is destroying our future. It is destroying. It's going to be all of these guys, their family and other people are regretting. But no family member in Liberia is not touched. You might be touched indirectly or directly at the moment. Good evening to Mr. Edward Gwokwe and my auntie Imalak Bawi and all of the Bawi family, Fire and Leah, Kopodwe, my children Elijah Kaku Bawi, the King, Iteng Bawi, all of my kids. I love to say good evening to all of you. Our co-workers, it has been a wonderful time being here with you. Bye-bye from our end, and may God bless you and continue to save the state from the hands of the evil one. Let's take this song as we go.
The Strenat TV the best. The Strenat TV the first. One of your gonna maseva. The Strenat TV na song. One of your gonna maseva. The Strenat TV na song. The Strenat TV no again. Eke melesi woka. The Strenat TV no again. Eke beneye woka. We Doro people, thank you. Our Kwela people, thank you. One not say goni makanteba. The Strenat TV no again. Ari Kaba, Inugo Queen, thank you. For Jala, thank you. One of you go mesno tima. One of you go tabe batima. One of you go combatima. One of you go boyitima. One of you go secretary. It's awesome. This Strenat TV no again. Ekebe wona yeka. This Strenat TV no again. Ekebe wona yoga. This Strenat TV la son. This Strenat TV la son. One of you go ni maseva. This Strenat TV no again. Tenekoti, Aaron Kola, Monica, thank you. I will see Bawi. See over the Strenat TV. It go quite good. Thank you. You are in America. You are in Europe. You are in China. Even in Africa. I can't take close to you. I can't take close to you. This Strenat TV will show you. I read it from the Macante. This Strenat TV will show you. Any news from the Macante. I read it from the Macante. This Strenat TV will show. This Strenat TV will show you what you never see before. This Strenat TV will show you that you never heard before. This Strenat TV will tell you those things you never heard before. I read it from the Macante. So. This Strenat TV that's all. This Strenat TV that's all. Mama, no people thank you for supporting this Strenat TV.